Hey, welcome to the next video. So the last one I showed you guys a little bit of information about web banners. And so now I'm going to show you how we're going to actually create the custom dimensions. I'll post a video later how I did this on my phone. But for right now, we're just going to use the desktop app. I find it's just a little bit easier. I don't have a very large screen on my phone, nor do I have one of those awesome little pens. Um, but it still works just as great. So I've done some good designs both on the desktop and on my phone. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to create a new design, right? Create design. We don't want to choose the suggested because we need proper dimensions for our banner that works for our DFA website. So we're going to create dimensions and say 1200 by 680, and we want to keep it at pixels, right? And we're going to create the design. So now I have a blank canvas. There are some templates that you can take a look at, but I still feel like it's a lot more fun just to create your own design. It's good to look at these maybe for inspiration. But let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to think first about my background. And there are some things we want to consider, right? Do we want to use a plain background color, or do we want something that has texture or pattern, right? Let's take a look at that really fast because I do want you guys to kind of understand your background choice. Again, everything is under class notes. I have it here under web banner. So how do we choose the right background, right? That's kind of important because it makes a difference to what viewers are going to want to see. So there are two ways of picking your background. You can use a solid or a photo background, right? So a solid background, as we can see here, enhances the message and creates a natural contrast to the white background CTA, right? So if we're looking at Hefty over here of John, it's really clean, and I am drawn to the message that Hefty ultra strong trash bags by now, it's really focused on him. So when should you use a solid color for your background? If your product itself has a lot of stuff happening on it, right? So if the product has a lot going on, you want to simplify everything else that's going on behind it, right? If you have people in your ads, they usually work great against a solid color rather than something that's super busy. The key is to get your message across and do it quickly without too many distractions. So our key message is Spirit Week. You can pick either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday to create your design, right? A photo background banner. So here's the other option, right? There's a couple different things going on. It looks clean. So when should I use this kind of background? If you don't have physical content to showcase, so if you are creating your banner and you just want to have photos, this might be a good option for you so that you just have your header. It's Spirit Week. And then you have like the subheader that says, dress like an old person day. It's Thursday, and then at the bottom you have your hashtags. That's something that's going to be really clean. If you want to create something that's a little bit more blocky with individual photos, you might want to stick with a solid background. Generally, the main thing to consider when selecting your banner background is contrast, right? It's one of those main philosophies through the principles of design, right? We're constantly trying to make things pop. So I want you to take a look at these two here, right? Take a look at those. Be honest, which one of these two banners would you rather click on? I'd much rather select the one of the Walmart banner only because it's really clean and it has a simplified message, right? So the banner on the left hand really has that headline that's really clear, right? Clear headline, clear content. So it's really going to be up to you Awesome. Welcome back to the second video here, where I'm just going to show you a little bit more in depth about what it is we're going to be creating, right? So again, you're going to go to create your design, custom dimensions, 1200 by 680 pixels, and you're going to create your design, right? However, I've already kind of started working on one. So I'm going to go to my designs. Wrong Spirit Week. I think it was this one. Yep. Okay. So you can always save your design. So I decided to pick out this kind of simplistic background. And I'm just going to start by there's a couple different ways you can start. You can go first with your header and including your text. If you're going to do something later in the week, you can break this project up in segments. You don't have to sit here and do it all in one day. Don't stress yourself out. So I'm going to come over to my folders here, right? And I'm going to look at uploads. And I'm going to look at stuff that I've uploaded. So I'm doing Superhero Day. And I took a picture of myself dressed as a grocer. Now I might want to change some things about this. So I can check out elements. And here, if I scroll down, there's something called frames. Frames allows me to create a little bit more customization for my project. So what I'm going to do is I kind of like this cell phone one, and I'm going to insert my picture into it just by dragging it in here. Okay, so I have this all set up here with my image in here. I can change some things, right? So there's some panel colors up at the top of my screen. I can choose a filter if I so choose, and I can change the intensity if I like. It's just like Instagram a little bit, just with some more added features. I could sit here and toy around with some of the colors, but I kind of like the simplistic phone. It's not too jarring. It doesn't take away too much from the actual design concept so far. Next, I'm going to go over to my text, right? And there's a couple of different things. So there's font combinations that are really fun that you are so welcome to use. Otherwise, there's text here to add a header, subheader, and also some content, right? So I'm just going to add a header. At the top, I can change my fonts depending on what kind of look I'm interested in. This is kind of fun. So I want to find a really fun decorative font for my header. BFA Spirit Week is probably going to be my header here. I'll move this a little bit off to the side and shrink this, right? And I'm actually probably going to keep this black text rather than messing around with the color, because I like the way that it stands out. But, as the design unfolds, that might be something that I change. Not everything that's important has to be centered, right? So I actually like that it was off to the side. Let's see, I'm going to include a subheader, Monday. Superhero Day. And I'm always keeping in mind that I'm not going to use more than 3 fonts, right, throughout my entire design. Open Sans. As things start to go down in the hierarchy of my text, I want to start thinking about how they're all going to look together. I think that one works well. And I can click and drag to resize things as I need to, right? Okay. I'm just going to start messing around with some of the features. I kind of want this to pop more, so Great. So I'm looking at a couple more things here. I want to really change some things about it, and as you are customizing your banner, feel free to adjust things as you see fit, as they need to. And always be sure too that, so I have DFA presents. However, we always want to check to make sure that what we're creating is what the assignment calls for, right? So underneath your assignments tab, right, it's right here. When you click on that, you're going to have your student view. Yours looks a little bit different from mine. So down here, you would have add work, right? And then that's how you're going to upload your final image. You're going to download it from Canva, and then you're going to upload it here. And then there would be a tab that says turn it in. For the teacher student view, it doesn't really do that. But anyway, so make sure you have a photo of you and your family, or a DFA student participating the week you're featuring. So it doesn't have to be all of these things. It can be one of them, or you could do all of them. It's up to you. DFA Fine Arts presents somewhere in your banner, right? You got to use good hierarchy, have your event title. What are you using? DFA Spirit Week, or just Spirit Week, Virtual Spirit Week? What's your body text? What's statements do you want from a student, or what do you want to say to people? And don't forget your hashtags, right? So I'm going to change this to Davidson Fine Arts Presents. And I kind of want to move that up to the top. And I'm going to move this down a little bit. What's really nice is that it'll kind of center things for you through your design. That's a little too big now. I'm going to shrink that. Ah. Okay. So I'm just adjusting and moving things around. I like to call it like playing Tetris in a way. So I actually found some really great photos from yesterday online, from people that participated in Spirit Week. So first, I'm going to actually change this text here so that it matches the rest of our document. Show us your spirit. So here are some fun photos. So I'm going to go back over to my elements. I want to do frames. I just want to choose some fun things because this should be really fun for a lot of us, right? There's all kinds of little things. Things are kind of like, I couldn't really say, but I think I'm going to use this to kind of show other people that have been participating in Spirit Week. Command C, Command V to paste, and I can do a couple of these here and there. Okay, so you can go to your uploads, right? And you can upload your own images here. So I found a couple that I really liked that I'm just going to kind of include. Oh, Miss Daniels, she's so funny. Okay, I think I want to change this here and this here. I'm kind of checking the alignment to make sure like things are possibly evenly spread out. Oh, this was a really great one. If I double click the image, if it doesn't fit the frame, I can always shrink this down, right? Whoa. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to add in my last image in here. Great. And there's all kinds of things that I can keep fidgeting around with to really make this design completely unique. Don't forget, though, we need to have our hashtags. Hashtags. So our two that we're using is hashtag I love my DFA. And then the other one I'm going to add in here too is hashtag I miss my DFA, because I do. I miss all of you guys so much. So I'm going to add these at the bottom here. Maybe I'll adjust this a little bit. Maybe have this a little overlapping. And I really want the text here at the bottom to pop a little bit more. So orange and yellow. Blue is the opposite of orange on the color wheel. So in order for those to pop a little bit more, I'm probably going to think about using that particular color. Maybe even this little teal color, because I really like that. But I could show you, and you guys could watch and stand here and watch me do this all day. Again, you don't have to sit and do this in one sitting, right? You can break it up into sections for each day. Just have fun with it. Remember, that's the most important part in any project. I want you to explore the features and remember to think about hierarchy. Think about your composition. How are your elements working together to make things really fluid? Once you're done with your design, let me just finish this up really fast. What we're going to do is I'm going to come up here, right, to download. PNG is suggested only because I have a lot of text happening, which is totally fine. So we're just going to click download. You can also change the title of your document this way, just so I know where it's going. So I'm just going to click download, and it'll download here for me. Forget all this, right? And my document is showing up here. Great. And so now I have this document that I can upload to my project. So remember, you just come back in here. Your student view would show an add work. You guys are going to have to go to the little bottom portion that says add from device, right? And that's how you'll upload your project. And then you'll have a button that says turn it in. So I hope this video was helpful. Sorry it was a little bit lengthy, but hopefully I'll have more of these for you guys that are a little bit more interactive. And I feel like I've gotten a little bit more comfortable. And hopefully I get some better lighting in here so I don't look so spooky. You guys have a great afternoon. Thanks for watching.